Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers and doers. Today I want to talk about something that stands in the way of success, a force so powerful it can take the strongest aspirations and make them feel small, make them feel impossible. We're talking about the biggest enemy of success. And I'm not here to sugarcoat it, because this enemy, it's real, it's relentless, and it lives closer than we think. Self-doubt is like a quiet shadow that follows us, often hidden in the back of our minds, but powerful enough to cast a shadow over even our brightest dreams. It's not loud or obvious. It doesn't walk in with a bang and announce itself. Instead, self-doubt sneaks in, that whispering voice that questions if we're enough. It says, maybe you're not ready, maybe you don't have what it takes, or what if they see you fail? And while these thoughts may seem small, even harmless, they are the seeds of something larger that, if allowed to grow, can strangle the roots of ambition and purpose. When we experience self-doubt, we often mistake it for wisdom, for caution. We tell ourselves we're being realistic. We convince ourselves it's a sign to wait, to prepare more, to play it safe. But in reality, self-doubt is simply fear wearing a different mask, and its grip can hold us back in ways we don't even realize. It creates a barrier between who we are and who we could become. When we let that barrier stand, we're choosing to live small. And here's the truth: no one was born to live small. Each of us has dreams, aspirations, a purpose to chase that's unique to us. Self-doubt, however, can be strong enough to make us feel we're not worthy of those dreams. If we think about how self-doubt operates, we'll see that it often starts with comparison. We look at others, those who have achieved success, who have the things we want, or are living the lives we aspire to, and somehow we end up shrinking our own potential. They're better, we think. They've got something I don't, but the truth is, everyone who has ever achieved anything has faced their own battles with doubt. They've had to quiet those same voices. They've had to look in the mirror and say, I'm still going for it. Overcoming self-doubt doesn't mean we'll never feel it again. It means learning to recognize it for what it is: a shadow, not a truth. We have to reframe those moments of doubt and choose to see ourselves as capable, as deserving, as enough. When we feel the impulse to doubt, let it be a signal to push forward rather than retreat, a call to prove that voice wrong. Every person who has achieved great things has felt unprepared, scared, or unworthy at some point. They took those feelings as challenges, not barriers. At the end of the day, self-doubt is just a voice, but the voice we choose to listen to will define the path we walk. So let's not give that voice power. Let's step into our lives with a new confidence, one that reminds us we're capable, we're worthy, and we're ready. Fear of failure is one of the most powerful forces that can keep us from reaching our true potential. It's natural to feel a certain level of fear when faced with new challenges, unknowns, or big dreams. But when fear of failure becomes the dominant feeling, it paralyzes us, holding us back from taking action, trying new things, or pursuing the goals that matter most. It can stop us from stepping into opportunities that might transform our lives simply because we worry about the possibility of falling short or not succeeding. The nature of fear is protective. It evolved to keep us safe from real, immediate danger. However, in modern times, fear often doesn't point to physical threats, but instead to mental or emotional ones, like the fear of embarrassment, rejection, or not measuring up to expectations. When we're afraid to fail, we're not usually afraid of the actual outcome. We're afraid of how failure will make us feel or look. We fear others' judgment, the feeling of inadequacy, or the inner doubt that failure might confirm. This emotional weight is enough to convince us to stay in our comfort zones, where the risks are minimal, but unfortunately, so are the rewards. This fear of failure creates a loop where we avoid challenges that seem too big or daunting, preferring instead to stay safe with what we know. By doing this, we limit our own growth. Every opportunity we avoid is a chance missed to learn, improve, and expand. Imagine if every great leader, inventor, or creator had given in to their fear of failing. The world would look very different today. Those who achieve remarkable things aren't fearless, they're simply more willing to confront their fears and push through them. Fear of failure also has a sneaky way of disguising itself as perfectionism. We convince ourselves that if we're not perfect, then it's not worth trying. This mindset traps us, keeping us in a cycle of preparation without progress, endlessly planning and refining without ever taking the first step. But perfectionism is a myth. Every successful journey is filled with mistakes, missteps, and lessons learned along the way. These are essential parts of growth. When we let go of needing to be flawless, we open ourselves up to the possibilities of learning and improving. Facing our fear of failure requires a shift in perspective. We must begin to see failure not as an end, but as a step on the journey towards success. Each setback, each stumble, each failure is a moment of growth, an experience that teaches us what works and what doesn't. It builds resilience, perseverance, and strength. When we learn to embrace failure as a teacher rather than a threat, we unlock the door to our full potential. So instead of letting fear control us, let's take control of fear. Let's use it as motivation to take risks, to try, to learn, and to grow. Only then can we truly break free of the limitations fear imposes and realize our true potential. The comfort zone is a familiar place for many of us, a space where we feel safe, secure, and in control. It's that warm cocoon of routine where everything is predictable and manageable. However, beneath this facade of security lies a hidden trap that can stifle growth and hinder our potential. While it's easy to associate comfort with happiness, the reality is that staying within our comfort zones often leads to stagnation and missed opportunities. Living in a comfort zone can feel reassuring. We stick to familiar tasks, engage in well-worn habits, and surround ourselves with the same people. We convince ourselves that this stability is what we need. After all, who wouldn't prefer the safety of known outcomes over the uncertainty of the unknown? But comfort often comes at a cost. The longer we remain in this bubble, the less we challenge ourselves and the more we close the door on opportunities for growth and change. When we're in our comfort zone, we tend to resist new experiences and avoid taking risks. We might dream about pursuing a new job, starting a business, or traveling to a new place, but when the time comes to act, fear takes over. We worry about what might happen if we step outside our familiar boundaries. What if we fail? What if we struggle? Or what if we find ourselves lost? These questions can be paralyzing, and as a result, we choose to stay put. Ironically, the very security we seek can become our greatest limitation. Moreover, comfort can breed complacency. We can become so accustomed to our routines that we stop striving for improvement. We settle for good enough instead of pursuing excellence or exploring our true passions. While there's nothing wrong with enjoying a comfortable life, it's crucial to recognize that true fulfillment often lies beyond our immediate comfort. Great achievements and personal growth occur when we push ourselves beyond our perceived limits. Breaking free from the comfort zone requires courage and a willingness to embrace discomfort. It means acknowledging that growth often comes with challenges and risks. The path to success is rarely straight. It's filled with twists, turns, and bumps along the way. Yet each step taken outside of our comfort zone is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and evolve. By intentionally seeking discomfort, we begin to uncover new strengths and abilities. We learn that we are more resilient than we thought and capable of handling challenges that once seemed insurmountable. It's in those moments of vulnerability and risk that we often discover our true potential. So let's not be fooled by the allure of the comfort zone. Instead, let's strive to step outside of it, embrace the unknown, and challenge ourselves to grow. The journey may be uncomfortable, but it is precisely there, beyond the walls of familiarity, that we find the real treasures of life: opportunity, growth, and fulfillment. Procrastination is a silent thief of time and a slow poison to our potential. It creeps into our lives unnoticed, convincing us that we have plenty of time to accomplish our goals, that we can always start tomorrow or next week. This insidious habit can seem harmless at first, often masked as a need for rest or a break. However, the truth is that procrastination undermines our ability to achieve what we truly want, slowly eroding our motivation and aspirations. When we put things off, we trick ourselves into believing we are simply being cautious or thoughtful. We tell ourselves that we are waiting for the right moment or the perfect conditions. Yet the reality is that there is rarely a perfect moment. Life is filled with uncertainty, and the right time often remains elusive. Each time we delay taking action, we create a cycle of avoidance that becomes increasingly difficult to break. It's as if we're placing a barrier between ourselves and our goals, and as that barrier grows, so does our fear and anxiety about the task we've left undone. Procrastination also has a way of feeding on our fears and insecurities. When faced with a daunting project or a challenging goal, it can be easier to bury ourselves in distractions than to confront the possibility of failure. We may find ourselves scrolling through social media, binge watching shows, or engaging in trivial tasks that offer immediate gratification but ultimately distract us from what truly matters. Each moment wasted chips away at our confidence, reinforcing the belief that we aren't capable of tackling the larger challenges ahead. The impact of procrastination isn't just psychological, it can have tangible consequences in our lives. As deadlines loom and responsibilities pile up, the stress and pressure we create for ourselves can become overwhelming. This heightened anxiety can further paralyze us, leading to a vicious cycle where we delay even more. What starts as a small postponement can snowball into a significant obstacle, creating a mountain of unfinished tasks that can feel insurmountable. To combat procrastination, we need to recognize it for what it is: a barrier to our potential and a distortion of our priorities. One effective strategy is to break tasks down into manageable steps, making them feel less intimidating. Setting specific, achievable goals can help us gain momentum and build confidence. Celebrating small victories along the way can also serve as motivation to keep moving forward. Ultimately, overcoming procrastination requires a shift in mindset. We must understand that the discomfort of taking action is often far less painful than the regret of inaction. Each moment we hesitate is a moment we could be investing in our dreams and aspirations. By choosing to act, no matter how small the step, we begin to reclaim our time and our potential. The antidote to procrastination lies in recognizing that the only way to truly fail is to never try at all. So let us choose action over inaction and watch as our lives transform through the power of determination and commitment. In conclusion, as we reflect on the formidable obstacles that stand between us and our dreams, it's essential to recognize the powerful forces of self-doubt, fear of failure, the allure of our comfort zones, and the crippling nature of procrastination. These are not just mere challenges, they are insidious enemies that can undermine our confidence, stifle our growth, and derail our aspirations. However, within each of us lies the strength to confront and overcome these barriers. By acknowledging self-doubt and silencing that inner critic, we can cultivate the confidence necessary to pursue our goals. When fear of failure looms large, we must remind ourselves that every great success is often born from a series of failures and lessons learned along the way. It's time to break free from the deceptive comfort of familiarity, to embrace the discomfort of growth, and to venture into the unknown where our true potential resides. And let us not forget the importance of taking action. Procrastination may seem like a safe haven, but it is in fact a thief of our dreams. Each step we take, no matter how small, is a step toward a future filled with possibility. The journey may not always be easy, but it will be worth it. So I urge you, as you leave here today, to stand firm against these enemies of success. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead with courage and determination. Your dreams are waiting for you just beyond the horizon of your comfort zone. Choose to act, to grow, and to rise above the obstacles that seek to hold you back. Remember, the only limits that exist are the ones we place upon ourselves. Let us break those limits, and together let's chase our dreams with relentless passion and unwavering belief in our potential. So I ask you today to stand guard against these enemies. Defeat self-doubt with confidence, crush fear by taking action, break free from comfort to seek growth, and eliminate procrastination with purpose. Because success doesn't wait, it doesn't bargain, it demands courage, persistence, and the kind of determination that knows no quit. Let's be warriors for our dreams and let nothing, not fear, not comfort, not doubt keep us from the success we're destined to reach. Thank you.